I'm not saying that we need to build a Burj Khalifa. All I'm saying is that we need to get into that zone where we are able to accept that we need to move to the next level. We don't need to see lighting only during Diwali or a rental solution during the G20. You just have plain LED screens which have been put in and somebody's shot a video and you're inside the building but you can see actually what's happening outside, which keeps you connected. You know what is happening. We as a community need to come together to figure out how we can make things for which we are also willing to travel within our own country to see. Hi, good evening. My name is Satish Rana. I would like to congratulate Foaid on their 10th anniversary and some lovely presentations. I have a completely different, thing to talk about. I'm basically a lighting design firm, Light Vision India, and I hope you guys had the chance to look at one of the installation that we've done, which is a black box, which we've called a selfie booth. So, I'm not here to talk about our project or our company and things like that. I just want to show you what's happened in the last 10 years in lighting worldwide and where I feel we are lacking and where we should go. Before I start, I would like a disclaimer that this presentation does not mean to hurt the sentiments of anyone, whether it's an architect, an interior designer, or lighting community. The idea here is to kind of see how we can set benchmarks. What are the international benchmarks? Where are we lacking? As a country with the kind of project and the scale that is happening, why is it that we don't have structures or installations which people are traveling to see? So, for example, like I said, the importance of benchmark, and I feel that we somehow as a community need to come together as designers, because lighting designers are really, low in the food chain, so we kind of rely on a canvas which is created by architects to kind of take things ahead. So, Burj Khalifa, everybody knows about it, everybody likes to go and see it, people like to go and launch their movie trailers there. Seriously, India as a country does not have anything like this, and that's really, really surprising, because for the scale of jobs that are happening here, for the scale of things which are happening here, we don't really have this sort of thing happening. I'm not saying that we need to build a Burj Khalifa. All I'm saying is that we need to get into that zone where we are able to accept that we need to move to the next level. We don't need to see lighting only during Diwali or a rental solution during the G20. People here need to enjoy it, and it is possible. It's not like it's not possible. Eiffel Tower, everybody talks about Eiffel Tower. Nobody says that they are going to see the lighting in Eiffel Tower. They say Eiffel Tower. So, lighting is important, but lighting is just another thing which is being added to the form which has been created by you. Now, genuinely think about it. How many of us have actually planned a travel to go and look at this? How many of you have reached there and gone and seen it in the daytime and not wanting to see the twinkling lights in the evening? And then you think about where do you have the possibility of going in India and seeing something like that. So the thing here is that, someone has to start, somebody has to bell the cat. And this is something which us as a community need to come together to make something like this happen. I'm now moving towards a different sort of installation. This is something which has been done in the US. I've been part of a lot of forums where there's this discussion about how to make workplace more friendly, glare-free, circular economy. Look at something like this. This is a completely closed structure. You just have plain LED screens which have been put in and somebody's shot a video and you're inside the building but you can see actually what's happening outside, which keeps you connected. You know what is happening. Genuinely, I think Hyderabad alone today has almost 60 million square feet of office space happening. You will see a lot of track light, you will see a lot of linear profiles, you will see a lot of cylinders which are suspended for office lighting. But genuinely, other than that, something like this. This is what people want. We really don't get the time to get out. You're either stuck in traffic. Where are you enjoying this space? Look at something like this. This is an installation that's done for Wells Fargo. It's a lobby. which has the entire skyline which is happening. You've got birds flying, you've got all of that flying. It's honestly something which is an intent which is required, something where we are able to push ourselves from the conventional. This is happening. I can tell you there are now clients in India who are looking at projects like this, who are looking at something like this. The point that I'm trying to make is that do we really need to wait for something to happen abroad to make it in India? Or do we really need to be people who follow trends and not make our own? One last thing that I want to show. This is installation which is done for a park. All of you are part of corporate offices. You're living in these beautiful villas. Delhi has some really nice ones. Now, just think about it in terms of lighting. When you come out of your office space, you see a street light, you see a bollard, and you see a tree uplighter. You come back home, you see a street light, you see a bollard, you see a tree uplighter. What is the difference? A lot of architects, with due respect, a lot of landscape designers feel that a cool white works beautifully for a commercial space and a warm white works beautifully for a residential space. But genuinely, there is something beyond. I mean, look at it from that term. A lot of new developers are offering so many new amenities which were never thought before required for a residential space. This is where a lot of things are moving. And frankly, you guys are based, I'm sure, a lot of here from Delhi and a lot of other cities. Can you visually think of a place that you walk into and you decide that, oh, yes, there was a lighting designer involved, or yes, lighting was a specialty here? Be surprised to know there are almost 90 lighting designers. In fact, yesterday there was a forum here where a lighting community has been made. A lot of times when we actually talk to people, we get to hear that, budgets are an issue, or this is too colorful and things like that. But again, we can only show you what's been done to kind of inspire all ourselves as a community to make things happen. But just a fun fact, just a thought, anything, okay, whether it's furniture, whether it's Italian marble, whether it's furniture, all of this, by the time it lands in India, which comes from Europe, is almost double the cost because of shipping, freight, all of that. Can you imagine a European guy selling something like that there at double the price? India has the clients, India has the possibilities. Look at the talent pool here, look at the kind of people, look at the kind of projects which were shared. It's brilliant. The only point is that somewhere down the line, we just need to come together as a community and not look at lighting as a tool, as an engineering tool, like something like this, which is extremely glary. Why can't we do something that people can enjoy? Why can't we have lighting in portions where you have a definition and it's not just a similar experience to, just have lights switched on and switched off. So what I'm trying to push across is that experiential design, people are getting demanding, they're looking at new things, they're wanting new things. We as a community need to come together to figure out how we can make things for which we are also willing to travel within our own country to see. I have to give it to DFI. I saw a beautiful installation which I'd only seen pictures of, and I will make sure that we go and visit, and hats off. It's a brilliant, brilliant project, and this is what I think this country needs. You don't need lighting in terms where it's just illuminated. Can you imagine a G20 in India and it's like Shadi Mandal, you have to pick up lights and, hire it and put it up. Why can't an individual, why can't we enjoy a beautiful skyline in the evening? Why can't we look at a project from a perspective that it is something that people also look forward to, wherein if somebody else is, doing a presentation somewhere, is putting up structures or buildings of India which are illuminated like that. I just want to request you one thing, or rather look at it from a perspective that somewhere down the line we need to inspire each other, we need to work with each other to make things happen. And one of the reasons, this is our third Foaid where we have done some, installation which is not your conventional stuff, is just to make people believe that this is possible. This is what people are looking for today. This is what experiential architects are doing today. So, I don't think I'll take too much of your time. I just want to leave you with one thought, okay? And it's got nothing to do with lighting, but imagine there was a time that all of us used to use a BlackBerry and Nokia. They were kings. You had new things happening and all of that. And suddenly there was this change because of which they were redundant and you have a lot of new stuff happening. All I'm trying to push across is that we can be amazing sketching things on paper, we could be amazing with a lot of material, we could be amazing with the kind of projects that we've done. But I think now things are changing. Call it AI, call it change, call it new materiality, call it demanding generation, call it, any of those things. The point is that let's look at India from a perspective that we can make this, we can do something better than this with the talent pool which all of you here, the community that's in India. Let's just create some benchmarks so that when we travel, when we go to places, we have something to show, and then when people come here, they can see beyond the Taj Mahals and all of those things. So that's all I'm saying. Look at it from a benchmark perspective, and let's try and kind of take things ahead. And I principally hope that lighting can be a part of it. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.